Ooh, I made a mess. Hey guys, what up? Total Control A71. Am I muffling the mics? Let me, attenuating the hand. Alright. Hopefully I'm not muffling the mics. Hey, what's going on everybody? Yeah, I made a mess. Today I want to do a little talking, about risk management. Maybe we can call it that. So let's take a closer look as to exactly what happened with our shredder. Okay, I'm back. Shredder, 6 sheet, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if it's printed on there or not. Supposed to be 6 sheets maximum. I keep it fairly empty it when I can. So there I am shredding paperwork. The shredding, how's that going? It's having mixed results. Meaning, like this particular bag of hurtful things like this. This is very hurtful, and it definitely needs to take a trip through our shredder. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, I forgot. I got this blocked out in my head as to how I want to proceed. Sometimes I forget my blocking. I'm sorry. Like I said, I don't feel well. The shredding has been having mixed results. On one hand, it feels good to get rid of hurtful things like Jewish Family Services, a card that Aaron Bose gave me when scheduling an appointment. For those of you who are newer to the channel, Aaron Bose is a social worker with Jewish Family Services, and she abused me quite bad. She mocked and made fun of the sexual assault that happened to me while unlawfully incarcerated in a jail. She thought it was funny, and she thought that it's something that I should just get over. Aaron Bose, Jewish Family Services. And this was compounded, this psychological trauma was compounded and made even worse by Lisa Wachowski, the manager for Jewish Family Services. She was the person that filed charges against me. I have never met nor spoken a word to Lisa Wachowski. In this type of draconian society, you can be brought up on charges without facing your accuser. Yes, that's what's happening. That's what I want to drive home to you today. Just how fragile your civil rights are, and how easily they can be summarily dismissed because somebody thinks that you shouldn't have them. Somebody thinks that you're already guilty and should just simply do without. And somebody fails to think of how it fucks you up in the head. I gotta take a break, hold on. It's re-victimization. That's what it is. It's good to get rid of the stuff. But unfortunately, because it is completely mixed in, because it's mixed in with documents that I need to retain, everything has to be reviewed. And I have to go over everything. And it's re-victimization again. It is one more victory for my abuser. that they get to know that I get to fucking suffer again and again and again. I think I need another break. Okay, this isn't today's topic, but I think I need to segue. I'm sorry it's going to eat up some time with today's topic, but I kind of need to take a break and let's just talk about something else for a moment. How about the old window treatment? Yay! I got 'em up, huh? I got 'em up, baby. Oh, baby. I got my big cock up. Huh? I got 'em up. However, it does come with caveats. This is some strange shit. Does anybody has anybody encountered such a thing? The way the door is recessed in. So what? That's about what, maybe 6 inches. My hand's about maybe fingers anyway, 6 inches long. Recessed in. And the problem is when you go to open this sucker, huh? Can you see? It hits. Both of them. Now, yours truly was not anticipating this problem. However, we'll call it serendipity of my particular choice of curtain rod, how it worked. Okay? My curtain rod it is not screw, magnetic. Yay! Magnets. And there it goes. And what I have to do is pull, contract. It's about there. Boom. And I have to lift up this end as well as this end. Hopefully without the shit dropping off. Okay, so I get my two ends lifted up and then contracted. So, and then, ta-da! I can now open my door. Where? Oh, shit. Turn the camera around, stupid. I can open the door. Yay. So, I was not anticipating that problem, running into that problem, but it was just a wonderful stroke of fortune that I selected. I selected magnetic curtain rods. I knew they were magnetic when I selected them, but it was that flat back that I was hoping for, because what I wanted, my original plan was command strips. Ah, yay. So I was going to command strip. I was going to command strip it onto the door rather than drill into the door. I'm hoping that my landlord would appreciate that. So, but yeah, that is a weird ass door design that it turns out to be that way. So, I am glad that I got the curtains up because, well, I don't want to put anybody on blast, but if you see all the way across, see that black SUV? Well, unfortunately, our black SUV. It's sometimes come in, pulls in from high beamed. I get high beamed. That's what I'm trying to say. I end up getting the high beams come straight in, and it's like the perfect line of sight. That's so from the high beams comes all the way in. You know, there's a car. Bing! right into my damn face. So I am extremely happy. Oh, it's getting dark. Ooh. So I'm happy that I got, let's see if I can do this without knocking it. The magnets can get a little iffy. So let's see. There. Bring her down. Bring her down. Maybe not quite, so I'll make it even. You getting it? And the balance, you know. So there you go. And then just kind of you know, stroking my cock. All right. Okay, let's see if we can get back to today's topic. Perhaps not in such a let's see if we can get through it with the ultimate of what we're ultimately speaking about, because my abuser is not the topic of today's discussion. Let's see if we can get back to it. I got my cock up. Alrighty, plunk myself down on my stool. That's what I got them for. Take a rest. Alright, so focusing now on what we're talking about today. We're talking about risk management. My point today is that in our everyday lives, we take all manner of risk, some reasonable, some not so reasonable, all the time. We make decisions about these risks. What happened to me today was that my shredder, it jammed on me, and I pulled off. I flipped the shredding unit upside down, and I saw where the clog was located. I then took my multi-tool, and I actually this one the other way, but I started either pushing it out as well as digging in there and getting it this way. Now, one thing that I did before doing this, I made sure that not only was my switch in the off position, but that I had also unplugged my shredder. Because I was standing while I was working on the shredder, as you guys know, I have disabilities. Standing became difficult. I guess you can see why I'm wringing. I haven't done any heavy cleaning today. Okay, the vacuum was the first time I touched the tool. This is all from the undoing the shredder. And sorry, but the yeah, I'm afraid our air conditioning vacation is over. As much as I'd love to fire that sucker up, that just simply I just can't afford to do it. So, and besides, later on this week, it's going to get up above like 95, 98. So I want to give the air conditioner a break, give my wallet a break. And, okay, back to what we're talking about. So there I was, monkeying around on an electrical device that I had unplugged with a tool that is completely metal. Okay, so if you guys ever use a butter knife to monkey around with your toaster, you definitely are going to want that completely unplugged. And then I get tired and I decide I'm going to go over. I'm going to carry the shredder unit over to my recliner. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to continue working on it there. And that's when I discovered my mistake. Apparently, I misjudged, and what I thought was my shredder plug was in fact the plug to my lamp. And my shredder, God help me, it was still plugged in under there. Okay. How does the saying go? There, but for the grace of God, there go I. Excuse me if I didn't quote it just right. But the sentiment is there. In other words, once again, it's God looking out for this little fool, or so whose fault? Had I electrocuted myself, whose fault would it have been? I did not abuse the shredder unit. It was used correctly in the correct fashion, yet it jammed on me, needing servicing. I unplugged what I thought, so it wasn't like I was completely oblivious and working on an electrical appliance while it was plugged in, or so I thought. The point, because I'm not making a liability case here about, I don't even know who makes this thing, whatever, I don't know, whatever. The point is that danger can be found all around, okay? Danger can be everywhere. Death can find you in your home, in the confines of your home, where the government wants to lock you away indefinitely. That is what they want, for you to be locked away indefinitely. The face rag, it serves a couple of different purposes. It's a training tool, like Pavlov, animal training. You're being trained. But one of the things they also want to do is to begin to psychologically unplug, if we're going to continue with our metaphor today, psychologically unplug from human contact. There might be some Boston Dynamic robot agenda in the mix here. You are being conditioned to go about your daily lives without physically seeing other people's faces. And of course, this is in part, it's not piecemeal. They're doing it piecemeal. The deep state is doing it piecemeal. In my boredom, in my Hulu plan, because I get the free one that comes with my cell service. I can't afford, stuff. Out of morbid curiosity, don't judge me. Out of morbid curiosity, I decided to start watching Baywatch. I had never seen an episode, a full episode, in my entire life. I saw bits and pieces here and there while channel surfing. While channel surfing and seeing it, I saw just enough to be like, what is this shit? You know, and keep on turning. So, morbid curiosity. The point though, because I could get into a whole psychoanalysis about, that's what I'm doing. I've been psychoanalyzing bad TV. Lifeguards. We hear a lot about beaches being closed during the fake pandemic. But prior to all of this unlawful overreach, okay, when a lifeguard station, some of you probably know this already, when it would close for the day, well, that just simply means that the lifeguard isn't on duty. You can go into the ocean if you want. It's on you. It's a risk you're taking. Just like I took a risk. Hopefully that'll work out good for you. It is an entire ocean, and frankly, it doesn't even have to be an ocean. You can drown in a lake. You can drown in a pool. People have the freedom to choose, okay? Because I was just laughing at, oh my God, Baywatch, it's so cringe. Oh, the excessive abuse of slow motion running. And I was blown away. This thing went for 11 years? 11 seasons? You gotta be shitting me. It says something about the psychological lexicon of America, of the world too. I guess probably the world. Other countries probably watched it. Oh my God. In their we call it benefit or whatever. They give you just as much half-dressed men as they give you half-dressed women. So, unfortunately, son of a gun, the only lifeguard that I found attractive, okay, he's almost never shown. Let's see, what was it? Was it season? I'm still at season 1, and I think it was episode 6. At the very beginning is when you see him best. He's the tall guy, muscular. Just about all of them got hairy chests. I could psychoanalyze this. Hairy chest, the right amount of hairy chest, and he's got male pattern balding. Yes, I find him incredibly sexy. And he's the only one that I really find terribly attractive. Don't ask me why. David Hasselhoff isn't ugly. I guess I wouldn't kick him out of bed, but I never really found him terribly. Maybe it's because I got to know him as a child, you know, Knight Rider, you know, and maybe that has something to do with it, but anywho, but yeah, that's who he's my favorite. Matter of fact, I don't even know his name, if his character even has a name or not, but he's almost never shown. Anyway, yeah, see, I could do a whole psychoanalysis on leading men. The light is really bad, and I keep getting silhouetted. Leading men. I think it happened somewhere around the Twilight garbage. Leading men suddenly became 20, 21, 22. You couldn't transplant if they were as young as they were back in 1989 when Baywatch got started. Just about almost all of those guys would be, in today's culture, immediately regulated as somebody's father. They wouldn't be the leading man, you know. Anyway, I'm off topic again. Risk management. People get to go to the beach and they get to make their own choices within reason. You can't hurt anybody, and that's stuff like that, you know. But yes, when those lifeguard towers close, if you are foolhardy enough to go venturing out into the awesomeness of an entire ocean. Frankly, there's risk even when there is a lifeguard on duty, okay? They're just humans, okay? They're not superhuman people. My point is that there's risk involved in everything. There's risk here in your home that can kill you. There's risk out on the road, driving to that beach, driving to the market, driving to your protest rally, driving to whatever it is that's being labeled as super spreader event outbreak. My brains are scrambled. Attila's gym, I'm hearing that they contempt, not allowed to open. However, what is this now? Pilates classes and martial arts can do their thing. I don't want you guys to think that I'm trying to get my print into the... Should I turn around? Maybe I'll turn around. There. There's risk involved in everything. The thing here is it's going to shut me off. God only knows. You never know what's the timestamp's going to be on this thing. My point is that the government has failed to prove that my or anybody else's not wearing a mask will infect a person who is wearing a mask, who is choosing to cover their face. They have not proven this, okay? Risk is involved in everything. Have you been paying attention to the vaccine garbage? I'm talking about vaccines now. We hear the waltz has begun. That's what I'm here to announce to you. La, 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 we're being waltzed. It's NBC. We're all being slow waltzed around the vaccine dance floor. I predicted it, and once again my prediction comes true. I said months ago that all they're going to end up giving people is the flu shot, and this flu shot will be mildly tweaked up, and that's what's happening. They're not saying it's the flu shot. They're saying that it's a vaccine that they've already been working on. Yeah, it's the flu shot. It's the flu shot, goddammit. And we're hoping that it has at least 50% effectiveness. Oh, you mean the same effectiveness as the flu shot? Ultimately had to admit that it's 40-50% effective. And what else about our new COVID vaccine? Well, it might give you some mild flu symptoms. Oh, that's another box we can tick on the flu vaccine. Does this not sound like the flu vaccine? Okay? Piss poor effectiveness, makes you feel sick when you get it, and your mind fucked. Swirling eye thing. If I could do special effects, I'd do swirling eyes. Woo! And you're being mind fucked into believing that had you not have gotten it, you would have gotten much more sick. Thus, it is now being revealed the drama. The ventilators, the hospitals, the footage of whenever they do hospital shots, it's a close cropped footage of medical staff putting on PPE. Okay, and you might get a little snippet here and there of a patient here and there that may or may not be admitted for COVID. But the point is, even if you want to give them the benefit of the doubt that it's COVID, it's still not, what do you call it? Hundreds, it should be overflowed. You should have multiple MASH built and overflowing with what you're saying. Okay, you're saying that tens of thousands are testing positive. Yeah, I know. The virus has run its course across the face of America. Tens of millions are infected. Infected. As in, not going to get sick. In the news again. What is it they said? Physician survives COVID, and they show him coming out in a wheelchair. I'm a big man myself, okay? But I'm also a realist. The correct title shouldn't be Physician survives COVID, but fat guy or doctor survives being fat and comorbid. COMORBID-19. That's what I'm calling it, by the way. From now on. It's COMORBID-19. Not COVID-19. COMORBID-19. It's people's comorbidities that's taking them out. Much more so. If corporate media wishes to protest this, protest this, hey, you're more than welcome. Show us the bodies. Bodies by the hundreds per day. Has to be per day as you are reporting it. You're not going to do it. You're not even going to show us overflowed morgues. You're not going to do any of this. All you're going to do is continue to show us the outside of tractor trailers that, frankly, it could have bottles of water in it for all the fuck we know. Okay, what else I want to say about risk management? We all take our risks. Risks are involved in everything. We take our risks. We do the best that we can to mitigate our risk. Hey, one of the things I also wanted to say, pocket squares, like the kind that mine was paper towel, very thick paper towel, but so much I want to say. Hundreds of years ago, ruffles around the sleeves, and they would, God, I can't hold the phone and show you, but down in their sleeve, they would have handkerchiefs tucked down in their sleeve, and they would pull them out and do like this, and I guess hundreds of years ago, men, their mannerisms by today's standards would be considered effeminate. They would pull out handkerchiefs and do a lot of clutching of the pearl type thing, because we didn't have our antibiotics back then and stuff like that, and people did want to protect themselves as best they could against disease. And yeah, they did carry pocket squares, handkerchiefs, and things like that when they found themselves in an acute situation. If they were in a stagecoach together, they might want to pull something out, and for whatever the reason may be. There's risk involved in everything, people. Hopefully I've made that clear to you. There's one more thing I think I'll show you. I got it up. I didn't do it right. I did it wrong. The bracket's wrong. The bracket was supposed to be, this part is supposed to be facing outwards. You guys probably know what I'm talking about, but I didn't know, and I didn't know how to do it. So, and it is a couple inches short, but hey, it's better than the canopy. It's a step closer to living like a normal human being. Okay, guys, that's it for now. Risk management. We have the right to make our own medical decisions for ourselves. We don't need the government to do this for us. We can do it for ourselves. If the deep state wants to bring in a new world order, they're going to have to be much more upfront about it. The unemployment thing, who are we kidding? All dry run subterfuge for UBI. If UBI is what you want, then that's what you should be asking for. Don't try to sneak this in under the guise of a fake pandemic. Hey, there's a lot of things. You're right. Rent is out of control. Something needs to be done about it. Assuming what your end goals are, because I really don't fucking know, okay? The deep state. assuming your end goal is benevolent and not malevolent, and of course that's even open to interpretation. What do you consider good? What do you consider evil? Okay. Assuming the end goal is mutual between myself and the deep state, how you're going about doing it is incredibly illegal, unholy. You are dismantling civil rights. You are getting people mind-fucked into surrendering their rights and thinking that they can trust the government, unmitigated trust. All because it's the left that's in power, the good guy. But I'm sorry, I am here to blow the whistle. You are shattered glass Autobots. You are the bad guy. You are the evil guy of this story. Don't take away our rights. We will fight you, and we will die in the process. I am coming back to Walmart. Total Control 871.